Hi everyone, hope you're well. It is Monday the 19th of August 2013, and in case this blog seems very quick and snappy, which it probably won't end up being, I always say that and then I end up rambling, but if it does seem a bit blunt at all, it's because I've already tried recording it several times and I can't find the words to explain what I wanted to explain. So instead of explaining it in detail, the main worthwhile thing I've been doing today, the main productive thing, apart from, playing Animal Crossing and Twitter and XCOM, and my legs still hurt, so I didn't go out today for a walk. The main thing I've been doing is looking at role-playing games that might be suitable to do a podcast of. I think I mentioned this before. Or maybe not a podcast, but a series of videos, rather than having it live. Anyway, there's several out there already. There's a dungeon, there's roleplay, and there's a bunch of various Dungeons and Dragons ones I've already also seen. And roleplay is really good. Some of the other ones aren't quite so good, and I think a big factor of that is with Dungeons and Dragons especially, there's just way too many rules. It makes the game very slow. I haven't been a fan of it since I was a teenager, actually, for that exact reason. It's just, unless you have a really creative dungeon master, which I wouldn't be able to be because I don't know the rules well enough. I'm planning on running the game myself because some of my friends I want to do it on experienced RPG players anyway, so they're definitely not going to be the dungeon master or game master or whatever. So I definitely won't be doing Dungeons and Dragons because there's just too many rules, and it's not. I don't think it's as fun to watch. So I'm looking at lots of different games that are more story focused with a simpler rule system that allows for more kind of creativity and creativity basically, and story focus, which is what you want for videos that you want to share that will be entertaining for people to watch. So that's basically what I've been doing. I was mostly trying to rant about bad examples of game masters and dungeon masters who kind of don't allow creativity and kind of see the game as them versus the players rather than them guiding the players and trying to create a cool story, and rather than being solidly sticking to the rules absolutely 100%, are slightly flexible when it suits the story, and if so the story doesn't get stuck and held up. Because I see quite a lot of watching podcasts and stuff, I've seen quite a lot of badly run games, basically. Just because you know all the rules doesn't necessarily mean you're a good dungeon master if you're kind of just smug and mean to your players and kind of have this attitude of, oh, you're not doing it the right way, you're not solving this problem in the way that I expect you to work out, and therefore I'm not going to let you advance. Which I just think is a bit silly and not very entertaining to watch. So hopefully I'll be a bit better than that. Some of the games I'm looking at like Numenera, which is quite recent, very recent in fact, actively encourage the game master to kind of help the players out, or sort of give them creative options, usually at a cost kind of thing. And lots of games that tend to have systems of having a pool of points that you can spend to help out an action if it's an extremely important action, stuff like that. So it's really rambling and disjointed, and I just need to get this vlog up. It's impossible. I find it very difficult to explain what I mean. But basically, I'm looking at, rather than Dungeons and Dragons, I'm looking at more kind of story-focused RPGs that I think would be good to do entertaining podcast with relatively new players. So, I hope you're well. I hope that made a bit of sense, and I will see you tomorrow.